Another beautiful story here on Divine Intervention this week. I'm Juanita Williams. We interview Hubert Brown. A man lived a life in sin, a life of crime and drugs. Got shot, was pronounced dead, and like Lazarus, he rose from the dead again. But he tells his story best. Let's go to him.
Greetings, everyone. I am Hubert Brown, an evangelist and minister of the gospel. I was born in Clarendon, and in our community, a farming community, where my father would have plant like sugarcane and other stuff, grown product. My mother used to take it to market sometime, but for some reason, some parental fuss, they were fighting. By the time I was born, a couple children were born before me, but by the time I was born, there was almost breakup, and they eventually break up. I didn't get to register, and then it was back and forth to my mother, and sometime back to my father, and then it seemed like none of them don't want me, and then I think I should find some way out. I started going downtown, like to push hand cart. Sometime I would like work at this supermarket door. Somebody coming out with them bag, I would say, can I carry a bag? And that is just hustling. Sometime I would go down by the wharf, diving up money and getting a thing. Or sometime I would go by the seaside, get some fish and sell. And during them time then, I was there one time on a corner sitting. That was in Trenchtown, and a lot of us were sitting on the wall, and police came and all of them run. And the police come and hold me and take me to the juvenile center. And they asked my father when I was at court, and then father said they must take me because them don't know how to deal with me, and them can't take care of me and so on. So they eventually sent me to Homestead. When I was at Homestead, met a lot of guys, and most of these guys, them know about so much things, and I was intrigued by them, and I started to say, I'd love to know about things, and they talk about how they commit crime and things like that, and it sounds so intrigued to me. I just want to do the same, and some of us eventually run away and was on the road doing all kind of things, and while I was out there, you have some gunmen who would have just, like they would kind of adapt us, and they would want us to carry them gun. And sometimes we're on the front watching, maybe we have to take a couple fence well. Sometimes police would come, and just because we were juvenile, they wouldn't even see us, and those persons was our done. Those persons was some person who used to say, "Boy, run on the spot." That's when police are running down. What you do, and you were able to escape, and there was like some kind of military training, and while I was there, I went to St. James, involved in drugs. There are times when we used to guard a plane to load, like one bag there, and one bag there, and somebody would be there, but other people would have come and just shoot up the place. So we have to stand on guard with our gun and things like that. And you'd find where person would have come and shoot up the place, but the plane would have run, and them just throw the bag in the plane, and the plane is gone. And we'd get what we have to get. So one of the time I was down in St. James there. And while I was there was a time when we'd do this and we'd need to collect. Went to collect. People them set me up. Them shoot me. Them run me down. Me have my gun, me shoot back after them. Them run me down and them shoot me. Shoot me on my head, shoot me on my back. I got these shots. I was showing a car trunk, drive around. They claimed that I was dead. I don't know. Maybe God know. And they took me to Corner Original, where they pronounced me dead. Wrapped me up, sent me to the morgue. When I was at the morgue, I realized that something was moving. Like the man said, well, my finger was moving, so they ripped the material and took me out and sent me back to the doctor, and well, them put me on life machine, and then I got up, saw police on the bed. I was handcuffed to the bed. I was reading out a lot of charges that I know not to have charged. All of what my friend them charged for. All of the crime that my friend them commit. So I started to go to court. And when I was at jail, my head was swell like this and very, very ill. Every day them took me to the doctor and took me back to the jail, and I was there. And I started to go to gun court, and then they transferred me from St. James sitting to this sitting up by Gun Camp Road, and I was tried there and sentenced to 2 life and 15 years. When I heard the judge said it, I think, all of my giants just get weak. All my taste change, my appetite change, everything change. And I asked the judge, what do you mean when you say that? The judge said, if you're dead now and born again, you have 1 life and 15. And if you're dead again, you have 15 years. And if you finish the 15 years, it's hard labor, you're a free man. So I went inside. Them take me over to gun court, the section where they would have located me. When I went over there, they would give me some food. I could certainly remember that it was bully beef and rice. Bully beef, nice and sweet. Let me taste the bully beef, now have no taste. And there are a lot of people said, behind the bar, calling out and said, how much sentence you get and so on. At that time, it was just youth, all over the place. Some locked up, some outside, and they were on life sentence. So I was in gun court. There, firstly, I was in solitary confinement. Because, when you get a sentence like life imprisonment, you want to jump the fence. The quickest fence, you want to jump over it. So the authority recognized that, so they needed after lockdown for a while. And I was in solitary confinement for a while, about 7 years, and I was there. Nobody was visiting me, and I was there. And there are times when for about 7 years, I have 1 suit of clothes, When I wash the t-shirt, I have on the marina. When I wash the pants, I have on the underpants. And I could remember where all the pants waist rotten out. I have to cut the pants foot and make a waist. Ask me how I get the needle. Because if them get it with a needle in there, you get some good lick. And how I get the needle, I got the boss broom, the push broom, take out a straw, bore a hole in it and make a needle. And I was there. At that time, gun court was terrible. At that time, got a little food in the morning, got a little food in the day. When you get a little food in the evening, that supper, you just put everything in one. I just eat it, and it was wicked. Persons regularly say a man stab a man dead. That time, you'd have some water, and we didn't get in any sunlight, and then we would ask, we call it ear out. We say, ear out, and they would say, ear out in your cell. And so long we're not getting any sunlight until we're weak. We're weak out. Very weak. And some people died, some dropped down, and a lot of years passed till a time comes when learned that hurricane was coming to Jamaica. It was Gilbert, wild Gilbert. And Gilbert came and blew down the fence, blew down the sentry box. People running all over the place, and people said, Mr. Brown, I'll leave. I'll stay here till the eye turn bulb. But before that, I was introduced to God, to the Word, because there are persons who used to come to the prison, having church, and one of them, they leave a Bible with me. And this Bible, I couldn't read that time, but I have persons. There are persons in prison, you have teacher, doctor, all kind of people in prison. So that's where persons have read it, and they started to teach me. And I started to learn how to read from the Bible. So there are things that I read in the Bible that it have something to do to me. Like it was telling me that if I stay, one day they would have set me free. And God would have made a way for me, because in the Bible I saw where He had made a way for many people. So I recognize that He can make a way for me. And I was there for 10 years, 15 years. While I was in prison, spending those time, persons would have just called and Gilbert, in the time when Gilbert took place, they would come down in the prison yard and call in a roll call. And they would call the names, and when them turn out, they would say, because them know a lot of people gone. And then the superintendent would have just call my name, and then when them call my name and him say, present, him said, what, it's still there. You're in life. We have a walking stick up there for you and a wheelchair, you know. But true, I learned from the Bible, while those persons used to read it to me, that God have a special way how He would help anyone at all willing. You know, so I was looking at God creating me in a different form. Even sometimes some of those inmates while I was there used to say, are you a Christian or are you a Rasta? But I never recognized that God was molding and turning me. You know, and while I was there, even many staff, some would have said, like, when I come out, I kill people, some say, them don't know what I am. Because for many years, I didn't have change a word. You know, even out of the 16 years, there was 7 years when I was confined like a madman, where I never talked to anyone. Come out my bed, I keep myself clean, but I've never communicated. Till even when people see me on the street preaching, them said, wait, but this man was a dumb man. So right now, you know, God has been good. I've been watching God doing His thing from that time. Then, when I was there, then a time comes when I did about 13 years, they started to introduce parole. But before that, they sent some person on parole and they went out and killed people. And they put the parole on hold. And me and other people who were life sentence persons was fretting, because the only hope we have is the parole board to give us a release based upon our behavior inside. And I was there fretting, and then comes a man and they reintroduced the parole thing. And when I spent about 13 years, I was introduced to parole, started to visit my home and other things. And during them time, I was involved in drama club in the prison. There are times when they would took me out to ward theater, little theater, you know, and those times was one of the way how I was helped to rehabilitate, you know, after coming out, you know, and met people on the street, talking to them. Sometimes for a couple of hours, you don't even feel that you're a prisoner. It's when they put you back inside the vehicle and take you back to the prison. And during them time, then I applied for parole, you know, and I was granted parole, you know, and when I was granted parole, they would call me up and ask me how long I'm 16 years. And I would tell you that when I was leaving, one of my sisters would have to come and visit and take me home, because I didn't even know which bus run where. I didn't know the house that we built up. I didn't even know my way out. You know, and when I look at it, I was like an alien in Jamaica, you know, because I didn't know where to go, you know, and two other person who came and picked me up, I left them when they were a baby, and that time they was adult, you know, and I was just there, and the parole come now, and I got released. When I got released, I was taken to Portmore. My father learned that I was out. Him called my sister and said, wait, you go broke now in prison and take out the boy. You know, because him just thought that, you know, there's no way we could have changed from the way we used to walk, you know. And then, after that, I was at home there. I got a machine from Food for the Poor, started doing sewing and things like that. And during them time there, started sewing. And one day, I saw a group of people was passing around the community, like they was issuing things, or they was invited people somewhere. And I saw a little girl came and invite me. She was about 8 years old, invite me and said, and you can come and give your heart to the Lord and get married, you know. And started, I was wondering, say, whoa, this little baby inviting me, you know. And when she invited me, I went and think about it. I had this girlfriend that I met at a phone box, and then I become friend. And after that, I started to visit this tent nightly, and as the pastor preached. First time I go, I started from the back, and look more. As time goes by, I started to go up more. Pastor preach, and listening to the word, time after time, I started to understand the word more. When I make the call, I would go, girlfriend would have just come up with me. But at the same time, I was saying to myself, I can't suffer so and just go accept Jesus, and that's like an prison. Because I was looking at it like that, and after coming to the crusade for about 3 weeks, I decided, no, I want to get baptized, and I was living somewhere, and I had a little skill, and then there was a feeling inside of me that I think I need something more. And I was wondering, so what's so dry up inside of me? I need something, And I was saying to my girlfriend that, she said she's not able to get married, and, I said, well, I would love to give my heart to the Lord, and for some reason she was planning to go back to her mother, and I went and got baptized, and from the moment I got baptized, the next morning I've been preaching the word until now.
We take our first break. We'll be back in a moment. Need a pharmacy with a special touch? Visit K's Pharmacy. We provide prescription services, gifts, cosmetics, greeting cards, housewares, toys, games, and much more. Bill payment and money transfer services also available. K's Pharmacy, your one-stop pharmacy in Kingston. Service is our strength. Shop 17 Duhaney Park Plaza, Kingston 20. Telephone 933-2843, fax 934-7094.
Welcome to Excel Auto Parts.
For all your genuine Toyota, Honda, Nissan, Mitsubishi, Mazda, Suzuki, Isuzu, and Subaru parts, visit Excel Auto Parts. They will satisfy all your auto needs. Excel Auto Parts is your one-stop auto parts store. 95.5 Hattie Park Road, Kingston 10. They give you value for your money, high quality, best prices, and efficient service to all customers. Special discount of 15% for civil servants. Excel Auto Parts, the Auto Parts Hub. Opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sunday at 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 923-2356, 757-2357, or email us at excelauto2011@yahoo.com.
Your dreams can now be a reality. Visit McCoy's Auto Imports at 24 Malines Road, where you find the finest in used vehicles such as Toyotas, Hondas, Nissans, Mitsubishis, and others. We also stock the finest in car stereo systems for your convenience. An authorized used car dealer, McCoy's is where it's at. So visit us and speak to one of our professional sales staff today at 24 Malines Road, Kingston 10. Telephone 908-351-324 or email McCoysAuto@cwjamaica.com.
Are you building, repairing, or renovating? Whether it's your kitchen or bathroom, Jamaica Plumbing Supplies will have it looking like new. Shower like royalty in one of their bathtubs or shower enclosures. Or take home a toilet, basin, whirlpool, faucet, or kitchen sink. They also stock pipes and fittings for every kind of plumbing job. The Plumbing Powerhouse is doing it again. Visit their website at www.jamaicaplumbingja.com and shop online. 56 Malines Road is the place that will satisfy all your plumbing needs. Jamaica Plumbing Supplies. Let's save water.
For superior quality cars at the best prices, call or visit StepMath Auto Limited. They stock the car of your dreams. Toyota, Honda, Nissan, Mitsubishi, SUVs, station wagons, and more. With 90 to 180-day warranty. StepMath Auto Limited. They treat their customers well. StepMath Auto Limited, 94B Old Hope Road, Kingston 6. Telephone 927-8281 or 978-0297.
You are still tuned in to Divine Intervention, and we've been hearing from Hubert Brown. Let's continue now.
I got baptized in 1993, and from that time, I just went on the mission. Many times, even sometimes person would have asked me, said, why you want to go on a mission? You don't know the Bible. But the important thing to me is to know that I know a God who has done something for me, and telling people that it can help them too. And like a tent, they would have a tent, and we went into the tent and work in the tent, and where the tent pack up, where the tent I would have go with the tent, and sometime for 1 year, I'm involved in 7 crusades, until I started to preach crusade, preach 2 crusades, involved in 5, doing Bible counseling, teaching and things, and it has been taking me from one point to the other, and I was following the Lord until some other entity started to take me in and been trained. I get a lot of training, for example, like Chamber of Commerce. They invited me to a leadership training where I get conflict resolution and dispute resolution, social work and humanitarian, and all of these things help. After leaving there, I had the opportunity to work in schools, like doing counseling, class counseling, individual counseling. I help to work with demotivated children, to help to motivate them. I help to work with parents who demotivated also, and there was called sometime like in inner city school and other school to share my testimony and to teach in the context of conflict resolution, how to deal with a conflict, how to manage conflict, and how to work with persons who are very, very hostile. And at that time, I was still in the mission of teaching the Bible, preaching the Word. I was still in the mission of meeting persons and sharing my testimony with them and tell them what God can do for them. I was also called to be a member of Cornerstone Ministry. Cornerstone Ministry is one of the places it's a non-organization, non-government organization where they would call us and we'd get involved working with schools, and that was one of the places where we helped to share. My greatest testimony is the greatest surprise to know that I can live a normal life, because so many persons so long time ago would have just think that any guys who run up and down on the street and they couldn't live a normal life. And I can testify, and many people can testify, that right now I am living a normal, healthy, peaceful, and conscious life just because of the Spirit of God.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after these messages.
Superior quality cars at the best prices. Call or visit StepMath Auto Limited. They stock the car of your dreams. Toyota, Honda, Nissan, Mitsubishi, SUVs, station wagons, and more. With 90 to 180-day warranty. StepMath Auto Limited. They treat their customers well. StepMath Auto Limited, 94B Old Hope Road, Kingston 6. Telephone 927-8281 or 978-0297.
Welcome to Excel Auto Parts.
For all your genuine Toyota, Honda, Nissan, Mitsubishi, Mazda, Suzuki, Isuzu, and Subaru parts, visit Excel Auto Parts. They will satisfy all your auto needs. Excel Auto Parts is your one-stop auto parts store. 95.5 Hattie Park Road, Kingston 10. They give you value for your money, high quality, best prices, and efficient service to all customers. Special discount of 15% for civil servants. Excel Auto Parts, the Auto Parts Hub. Opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sunday at 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 923-2356, 757-2357, or email us at excelauto2011@yahoo.com.
Your dreams can now be a reality. Visit McCoy's Auto Imports at 24 Malines Road, where you find the finest in used vehicles such as Toyotas, Hondas, Nissans, Mitsubishis, and others. We also stock the finest in car stereo systems for your convenience. An authorized used car dealer, McCoy's is where it's at. So visit us and speak to one of our professional sales staff today at 24 Malines Road, Kingston 10. Telephone 908-351-324 or email McCoy's Auto at cwjamaica.com.
Are
Are you building, repairing, or renovating? Whether it's your kitchen or bathroom, Jamaica Plumbing Supplies will have it looking like new. Shower like royalty in one of their bathtubs or shower enclosures. Or take home a toilet, basin, whirlpool, faucet, or kitchen sink. They also stock pipes and fittings for every kind of plumbing job. The Plumbing Powerhouse is doing it again. Visit their website at www.jamaicaplumbingja.com and shop online. 56 Malines Road is the place that will satisfy all your plumbing needs. Jamaica Plumbing Supplies. Let's save water.
Need a pharmacy with a special touch? Visit K's Pharmacy. We provide prescription services, gifts, cosmetics, greeting cards, housewares, toys, games, and much more. Bill payment and money transfer services also available. K's Pharmacy, your one-stop pharmacy in Kingston. Service is our strength. Shop 17 Duhaney Park Plaza, Kingston 20. Telephone 933-2843, fax 934-7094. God is still in the miracle working business and raising up men like Hubert Brown to spread the word. Let's go back to him and hear more of his story.
Right now, I am involved in a lot of ministries. So far, I had ministry on Facebook, Godly News. I'm the founder. We have Godly News Testimony. I have Godly News Prayer Line, where persons I would pray for persons. I have Godly News, where I send out Bible texts, encouraging Bible texts. I am involved also in schools. Right now I'm involved down in Riverton City, where I've been working with the young people. I'm a member of the church also down in Riverton Meadows SDA. I'm also a member where I had a band, where I'm the leader of a drum corps. And right now I'm also a member of the East Conference Drum Corps. And I also get some interview from Trey BM, Hope Channel. I'm involved in the electronic media as relating to spread the word. And right now, I'm just open to continue, and if there are anyone who thought that that reached the end, it can begin with God. So many guys in schools, I've seen where they would look into the whole system of knowing that there are other options that they can take, and they can say, they would have told me, they would confess that there is other course where they see they could have taken. Even sometime in the prison ministry, when I go inside the prison, I want to share the word, and they would tell me that, they are happy for the word, and they decided that they would want to do the right because they have watched my life. And you definitely know when we come to Christ, person give us a week, 3 days, and when them say you got 3 days, 4 days, right now, by God's grace, right now I'm going 20 years in the ministry, and right now, my hope right now is to continue the ministry. Sometimes you don't even have, person like me not even get the opportunity sometimes, but I am just doing what I can do with all my might and with God's strength, and right now I want to put out a book. I had a skeleton already. I need flesh on it. If I have a producer, a good writer, somebody who can put my story together in a book, I already named the book. I already have the cover for the book, and also my ministry. I wish if some people would have just contact me and get me involved in some ministry, and I can able to live, because so far I acknowledge that my life is supposed to be a ministry life. I don't know if most people reach that stage, but I believe that's the stage I reach. Family life has been good. First, I want to thank God, because I wasn't trained to be a family person. I grew on the street, but from the wisdom from God, my family life is good. I've been married a couple of years now, and it's going good, and children is there, and them love me. That's me and my wife, and we have good relationship with other families, and I would love to encourage each and every one to be a part of a family. Or if you doesn't even get children, you can adapt and help to grow and help to foster, and to help our society to be a better part. Because I think that most persons who act up because there are lack of parental guidance, or maybe families around but they are not around. Personally, I can let anyone who thought that know that God is real, and I personally have proven that, and I want to tell them that many times you say that church does not help you. Trust in God, God will help you. There are so many times when persons would have just asked you to do something at a church and they cannot help you, and they can help you, but maybe they doesn't help you. But just remember, when you go to God, it's God you go to. And many people even right now thinking to leave the church, but stay with God, because He is the ultimate help. And bring your children to God, because He is the ultimate counselor. Family, stay with God.
God is calling your name to surrender to Him. Why not yield before it's too late? Remember, who the Son sets free is free indeed. It has been another transformational testimony on Divine Intervention. I'm Juanita Williams. Walk good.
Divine Intervention, where the power of God unfolds.
Divine Intervention is brought to you by Excel Auto Parts, Jamaica Plumbing Supplies, McCoy's Auto Imports, Case Pharmacy, and LS Duhaney and Company Limited.